One extreme form of obsession with technology is the information junkie. They are people who are actually in love with information, and they first came to light in Japan, according to Todd Southgate.
Tokyo. Bright, busy, and very wired. It's no secret that Japan has a love affair with technology, but there's a growing subculture taking that romance to the limit.
When I'm not riding the train, or when I'm not eating, or when I'm not bathing, I'm usually logged in and doing something with the computer.
Hitoshi Doi is wired on information, specifically any information on Japanese animation known as anime. He's one of a growing number of data junkies called Otaku.
My wife always complains that I'm always on the computer, and, well, I try not to sacrifice time with my family. So right now I'm sacrificing sleep. So right now I get 2 or 3 hours of sleep a night.
Hitoshi doesn't come across as strikingly odd. However, just get a load of what's going on in his head.
I'd like to have all the information about each character, information about the items that they use, information about places that appear in the stories, just about anything related to the story.
The otaku seem to me to be, it's kind of very pure expression of hunger for information, even if the information is essentially meaningless.
Science fiction author William Gibson has always had a curious interest in Japan and its intimate relationship with technology. His latest literary journey is titled The Aidoru. One of the novel's characters is an otaku, and he's described as a pathological techno-fetishist with social deficit.
There's a spectrum with that kind of behavior. You can have your fan, your otaku, and you can have your homicidal stalker. They're all on the same continuum.
And there is one alleged homicidal stalker in Japan, a man obsessed with pornographic anime. Some gruesome murders and his bizarre hobby gave the media something sensational to report. A once quiet culture of misfits quickly became big creepy news.
This is like nerd city, big time. They're mostly male. I've never heard of a female otaku. And they're reputed to spend all their time in their bedrooms with their computers.
It was the media in Japan that labeled Hitoshi and others like him the otaku. Translation, shut-in, fanatic, geek. People so utterly obsessed with information that they become withdrawn from society. It seems that information technologies have bred the ultimate fan, and now they're starting to emerge here. Hi, Greg.
Hi, Todd. Come on in.
Great, thanks a lot.
So you're the ultimate fan.
I don't know if I really want to flatter myself that way, but I am definitely obsessed with Ami Mizuno, Sailor Mercury.
You guessed it. Greg Taylor is also a big fan of anime. More specifically, this 20-year-old university student's love is... She's the lead character's sidekick in the popular children's cartoon called Sailor Moon. He's created an online shrine for the inked superhero, and he's constantly searching for new information to add to it.
She wears glasses. In the 4th season, she gets glasses, and also in the 4th season, when she powers up into Super Sailor Mercury, she gets 3 earrings instead of just the 1.
So what are we going to see at this animation festival tonight?
Just anime.
So what's that?
Oh, it's sort of my good luck talisman, I guess. My Mercury plushie, I carry it with me everywhere.
At the University of Waterloo, Greg has gotten to know other Japanese toon fans. Although their interests may not be quite as intense as Greg's, they gather periodically to watch imported anime.
We watched all of Kimagure Orange Road, all 48 episodes in one sitting.
Oh my goodness.
We watched 60 episodes of Maison Ikoku in one sitting.
Oh man.
There are other anime interest groups as well as Sailor Moon fan clubs. As a matter of fact, Greg is Sailor Mercury's official representative in the Ottawa-based Sailor Moon fan club. However, face-to-face meetings among these groups are pretty rare.
It would probably just be an interest if it weren't for, I guess, the cyber community talking with all the other people about her, finding out all the information.
In Greg's tiny room in Ottawa, a home away from home, his obsession is, well, hard to miss.
A character who kind of becomes her boyfriend, was named Greg, and that sort of intrigued me.
Now, the time you spend online getting information about Sailor Mercury, is that something you really want to do, or is it something you feel you need to do?
I suppose it's something I need to do. You know, I want to find out more about her and find out the things I don't know and the little other things.
In the old days, the fans really had to dig to get the information that they wanted on any particular subject. Now all they've got to do is log on, do a net search on anything, and boom, there you go. There's your information.
A die-hard fan, he's not. But Steve Mittler does have a keen interest in anime. He organizes Sailor Moon events for a living. So he knows the fans, and he knows their hunger for information.
And of course, that information feeds the fuel of their fanaticism, because the more they know, the more they want to know.
But it's just trivia. It's not gold, it's banal information.
To these people, it is very important. It's just as important as food to them, because for them it is food for that portion of their brain that says, I must know more about Sailor Moon.
And nobody knows that better than Hitoshi Doi. His website is jammed with visitors.
I've been taking stats on my website, and right now I'm getting over 1 million per month. So I think the number of otaku is growing because of the internet.
I don't think we'd have otaku without the digital world. I can't imagine it, because you can work in absolute solitude. You can work in physical solitude, and that seems to be a big part of it.
Do you feel you're missing anything in your life because you're spending so much time retrieving information about Sailor Mercury?
Tough call. In a way, it's preventing me from keeping in contact with some people because I'm devoting so much time to her. But in the other respect, I'm meeting people and going out and to social gatherings and such because of her. So it's kind of a toss-up.
So are the otaku, and folks like Greg, a fad or a foreshadowing? Are we all susceptible to the lure of information as our access to it becomes unlimited?
I think that probably accounts for our interest in the otaku as an underlying suspicion that we're becoming them.
What will that do to a culture in general if you have more and more people going the route of the otaku, isolating themselves from anything else and just sort of playing in virtual communities?
Look at how much time we spend as a culture watching television. That's not an interaction with any other human being. You're having a virtual experience, and we've gotten used to that. We take it for granted. No one really feels too guilty about being a couch potato.